Yo, my NGU family, man. How y'all doing today, man? We finna get into a big NGU video. Y'all already know how we doing, man. You already know the holidays is so close, man. Big Christmas. Genuinely my favorite holiday, and it is right around the corner. So I truly hope you guys, kids, parents, I hope you guys have a lovely Christmas. A genuinely lovely Christmas to my NGU family and to the people that haven't joined yet. I hope you guys have a very blessed Christmas. And I hope you kids get everything you want. Everything. And the Grinch does not take it. Not one present. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hope the Grinch doesn't take it. So you might as well drop a like. The NGU family help you out. Drop a like. Also comment down what you want for Christmas. I don't care if you're 40, 60, 90, 1 years old, even 2 years old. Comment what you want for Christmas. Also hit that subscribe button because we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And you already know on this channel we watch anything and everything on YouTube. Anything and everything. And actually we're actually going to come with some other stuff soon on the channel. I just haven't really thought of it yet, but you already know, man. We, as you see by the title and thumbnail, we are finna watch the deadliest foods in the world. The deadliest foods. So please pay attention because I don't want you guys to eat this stuff, and nor I'm going to eat it. Yuck. Look at that. Oh, but nah, man. Let's go ahead and get into the video, man. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. I'm going to make it full screen for you guys. Hit that subscribe button. Ugh.
Let's start with the dangerous and slowly work our way towards the deadliest ones on the list. Number 5, Casu Marzu. Casu Marzu translates to rotten cheese in Sardinian and is known as the most dangerous cheese in the world. This is a cheese that is traditionally made using sheep's milk and is commonly produced on the island of Sardinia, Italy. Even though it's illegal to sell, the high demand for this delicacy incentivizes local farmers to keep producing it, creating a massive black market that...
First of all, that whatever that is right there looks like he's supposed to be on the wrong turn. So if you don't want to look like that, don't eat this cheese. Second of all, you're just going to keep producing something that is just truly harmful to people and knowing they can just buy it with ease? That is crazy.
It's estimated to bring in around 2.5 million pounds or around $3 million annually.
That's bread.
We got guns.
No, thank
We
you.
got drugs.
No.
Fresh kidneys.
Wow.
Bro, the characters they be
and
putting
we
on these
have
sticks,
cheese.
these stick bodies is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll just go with the cheese. The reason this cheese is so dangerous is simply because of the way that it is made, which first starts with the wheel of pecorino cheese. It is then introduced to cheese flies, where they will begin to lay their eggs inside it, and in a matter of hours to a few days, these eggs become larvae, and around the 40th day, the cheese is completely infested with flies and thousands of maggots. For the next 2 to 3 months, the maggots are left to gorge themselves with the cheese, so they can, well, poop it back out. And that's the magical...
So you're telling me, first of all, I'm eating already rotten cheese. Second of all, I'm eating fly babies. Third of all, I'm eating fly babies shit with fly adult boo-boo. How did that even get... That
ingredient here, since the poop gives the cheese its sought-after flavor and texture. And honestly, the texture does look amazing. I'll give them that. But when it's time to consume the rotten cheese, expect to get around a dozen maggots with every single bite, since they are never removed.
Hell no!
Scientists and health officials have warned that there's always a possibility that the larvae could survive a person's stomach acid and make their way into the intestines, a condition called pseudomyiasis, where the person's intestines become completely infested with maggots, surviving by consuming the person instead, successfully pulling off the sneakiest Uno reverse card. Even though this condition is rare, I don't think I would be willing to risk it all for a taste of this deliciously textured cheese.
You would never catch me eating that cheese.
Well, maybe just one bite.
Would y'all try it? Comment down below.
Number 4, larb. Larb is a type of salad that consists of greens, spices, sticky rice, and a choice of meat. This dish originated in South Asia in Laos and is a very popular dish there, even becoming its national dish. At first glance, this would definitely be something I would consider ordering while on vacation, if I ever took any. Now here's the thing, even though this dish looks delicious, it can quickly become deadly, since this meal is oftentimes served with raw meat.
Ew.
There are many types of meat that can be used for this dish, but the most common ones include beef, chicken, duck, fish, and pork. And
I
eating
know the
this
pork
meal
one is the worst
uncooked
one.
drastically increases the odds of you contracting a dangerous and potentially fatal disease. From trichinosis, fatal bacterias, rabies, streptococcus suis, which is a deadly bacteria.
I don't know what's worse, the deadly food or the people, the faces that he's putting on to show what it actually does to you, which is ridiculous, bro. Like just look at the. Hold on, just look at. What is that? He has a lump on his head with maybe like 25 strands of hair. He has nipples on his shoulders. Nipples on the shoulder.
Fatal bacterias, rabies, streptococcus suis, which is a deadly bacteria that is commonly found in pigs, and Southeast Asian liver fluke, a parasitical flatworm found in uncooked fish, which once consumed, the worm can live inside the human liver for many years, where you can rest easy knowing that you'll never truly be alone.
Ew,
There have been
bro.
many cases throughout the years where this meal has directly led to human fatalities, like in 2019 in Thailand, where a total of 265 people contracted Streptococcus suis after consuming larb, and sadly,
Oh my
23
God.
of those people would end up losing their lives. Number 3, Sanakji. In Korea, Sanakji could be enjoyed multiple different ways, but let's cover the least deadly one first and the most common. Sanakji is a raw dish consisting of the long arm octopus,
I'm
which
allergic
is
to
killed
seafood
just
anyway, so it don't
moments
matter to me.
before it's to be served. Here, the octopus's body and legs are chopped into pieces and drizzled with sesame oil, and by the time this makes it onto your plate, the legs will still be moving. As you begin to eat, the octopus's suckers will begin to suction onto your tongue and throat, making it difficult to swallow. But I know that if I ever came face to face with this meal, I would have no choice but to totally crush it. Since I have talked way too much of a big game, watching people struggle as they eat disgusting foods on the challenge.
That's crazy.
No, I'm telling you, you just have
Tell me, you're sitting there and you're trying to eat, and you can feel it suctioning on your throat as it slides down. Like, bro, what?
to plug your nose and just power through it.
Sure, honey. Sure.
Oh my god, just chase it with the water.
Boy, saying like he giving the gawk.
He's wasting so much time.
Yeah.
So I have a lot to prove. Now, the second method, on the other hand, is much more challenging and poses a much greater risk of death. And honestly, it's more of a one-on-one fight rather than an actual meal. Here, the octopus reaches your plate fully intact and alive, where it is then tightly wrapped around a chopstick, dipped in sesame oil, and shoved into your mouth. But who are they kidding? The sesame oil is not meant to enhance the meal. It is simply used to rig the fight in the cheating human's favor, as it will now serve as a lubricant. And as soon as the 1v1 starts, the octopus begins to attack, squirming to find its way out, frantically
What
suctioning
the
on to
heck?
whatever it can get a hold of. But if you're the human, you must completely focus on your chewing. Soon your hands
The fact
begin
that
to
you
get
have to go ultra
sweaty, and within
instinct is
seconds,
crazy.
you begin to break out into a mental panic, questioning yourself, thinking that this might have been a mistake. With your heart beginning to race, you try and cover up your fear by chewing harder and faster. And you have now convinced yourself that it's now or never. It's time to attempt the swallow. But there's a problem. The octopus is still moving. The stares of everyone at the table are piercing,
What?
and you feel the
What is wrong
ever-growing
with
peer
Buddy? Buddy's
pressure
on meth.
accumulating. So you're forced to go for it, praying to whatever god is listening that the octopus doesn't latch itself onto your throat as you try and swallow it, as that would surely be a death sentence. You force the ball of squirming octopus down your throat, and for a
gurgling in your
second,
throat.
your heart stops. But you manage to swallow it. With your heart still racing and a bead of sweat coming down the back of your neck, you look over at your buddy and say, it's not so bad. You got it. As you get up to go clean yourself up.
So wait, so if you're chewing an octopus and you bite on the head or something like that, it doesn't instantly die? Like I know he just said something about the suckers, but like, bro, like octopus, how many lives does it have? Like you
Up
just
in the
sit there
bathroom.
chewing on it and still alive.
There have been multiple deaths in the last few years directly linked to eating live octopus. Even though the danger is obvious, people still search out this delicacy, with some athletes even claiming that this meal increases a person's endurance, but
I guess I
others
ain't gonna have
simply
no
do it for
increase
the
in endurance.
experience
Promise you not.
that they will get when they show off the post online. Number 2, fugu. This is one of the deadliest foods in the world, where a single mistake in the preparation could mean life or death. Fugu is a popular dish that originated in Japan in the early 20th century, but as time has gone on, the dish's popularity has only grown, spreading to many countries like China and South Korea. This is a meal that consists of a poisonous pufferfish that has had the poison carefully removed from it. Well, at least that's what should be done, but more on that later. In countries like Japan, a chef must go through long and rigorous training to learn how to properly remove the poison from the meat. The training takes up to 3 years to complete, followed by a string of exams which include a written test, fish identification test, a practical test, and of course, successfully preparing the dish. This test is so difficult that only 35% of all applicants end up passing it and acquiring the license. The reason the pufferfish is so dangerous is because it contains a poison called tetrodotoxin, which is one of the world's most deadliest poisons. A single pufferfish has enough poison to kill 30 adult humans. Now, here's the terrifying part. If someone happens to be so unlucky that they end up consuming even a small amount of the poison, they will be presented with a prayer and a splash of holy water, since there is no known antidote. The poison kicks in shortly after eating it, with your muscles becoming completely paralyzed, and eventually it could cause you to stop breathing. And this is probably when you will start to think to yourself, damn, I should have just gone with the chicken dumplings.
So, after you eat it, and you get a small dose, you're dead. It's like it's one of them things. If you get it, you die. You can't get help. You're not gonna get no help. You instantly die. You count your wishes. You count your goodbye. Heaven to hell. You're gone. You're done. You're done. You're done. Like Gojo said. No, that's not Gojo. I'm gonna just keep going.
The deadliest year ever recorded was in 1958, when 176 people lost their lives to this food alone. Today in Japan, the odds of you dying from fugu are very, very slim, as long as you order from a licensed restaurant, since most deaths in recent history have come from people who attempted to prepare the dish at home. But sometimes pure evil and selfishness increased the death rate even higher. Like in 2004, when fish vendors in Thailand tricked people for 3 years by dyeing the pufferfish meat red and telling buyers that the meat they were selling was salmon, leading to 115 people needing to be hospitalized, and 15 of them sadly losing their lives.
What?
Number 1, wild and exotic wet markets. Now, of course, this had to be number 1 on the list, since a single meal from one of these wet markets carries the greatest risk to human health. This is one of the rare instances where a single meal consumed by an individual doesn't just affect the person eating it, it could potentially affect every person on the planet. Now, I know what you're thinking. What could possibly be so delicious that it's worth putting the entire world's population in jeopardy? Brownies. The answer is brownies. But as far as wet markets go, yeah, I don't think snakes, turtles, dogs, cats, bats, my nephew, porcupines, or raccoons would be a justifiable answer. And it seems like every few years, without fail, the world gets a massive scare when a deadly disease breaks out. And of course, they always seem to be traced back to one of these wet markets. Remember the SARS outbreak of 2002?
Tell me.
Me neither. But it's widely believed by epidemiologists and public health officials that this outbreak originated from a wet market in the Guangdong province of China. What about the Ebola outbreak of 2014? Remember how terrified everyone was to even let out a cough, as you would forever be known as the person with Ebola. The origins of the 2014 Ebola outbreak was traced to a small child whose family regularly hunted and consumed the bats. Sure, this wasn't a wet market, but it easily could have been. And last but not least, as we all know, the recent pandemic we just had is widely believed to have originated in China from a bat in the Wuhan wet market. These are just a few of the diseases that have caused a massive scare in recent times. But here are some other diseases that are known to be present in these wild...
Let's see. We got foodborne illness, glanders, hepatitis E, HIV, Japanese encephalitis, Q fever, ORF, monkeypox, meloditis, Lyme disease, Lassa fever, leprosy, rabies. Yeah, I can't pronounce these words. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Than
I can't
exotic
pronounce
wet
them.
markets.
Zika
The
fever.
reason these wet markets pose such a hazard to humans is largely on the fact that almost all the meat will be cross-contaminated by the time it's sold. Since being
okay.
sanitary is not really of the utmost importance. This, included with the close proximity of wild animals, makes it easy for diseases from animals to infect humans. And the hot and humid conditions in a lot of these markets
What's up
make
with
it a
everybody's
perfect
head?
place for the
God
growth of
damn.
bacteria and spread of disease. Or possibly something even worse.
That's how you leave it off? Oh my god. Hey, y'all tell me which one. Now, I'm not going to say I'm not telling y'all to go try this, because me personally, I would never try this. I can't even eat seafood. I'm severely allergic to seafood. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Which one y'all think is like the worst one to go out like? Like, I think the squid in the neck. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it's just sitting there. You have this big lump in your neck and it's not moving and it's coming back up. So it's gonna kill you and then it's gonna come back up your throat. Like, how crazy is that, bro? And then the puffer fish, like, I didn't even know like these even existed till now, bro. That's crazy, man. Hey, yeah, let's go to the comment section real quick. I really appreciate how consistent. I am half Thai and had the larb countless times, so I was surprised to find out this on the list. You countless times. I think you should stop that. This dude became famous just on his first video, and I absolutely don't feel it. That's some real stuff, though. That's some real stuff. Real stuff. You can buy and cook fugu yourself perfectly. Yeah, he's goner. He's a goner. He's a goner. Your video. Okay, man. Hey, man, if y'all enjoyed the video and you got taught on what's the deadliest foods in the world and not to cook it yourself or to go get it, because I advise you, don't go get it. Don't go eat it, man. Go ahead and drop a like now and help the algorithm push out the video to more people so they can, join our NGU family, help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Y'all know that is a big goal for me, and I'm going to keep going until I get it. Like I said, never give up. Dreams run deep. That's the NGU way. That's the NGU motto, man. You already know how it is. Anything you got in this world, anything you want in this world, you can get it by consistency. I don't care what it is. I don't care who tells you what. Consistency is key, because if you never stop, you can't fail. It makes perfect sense. I don't care if it takes 20, 30 years. You're going to be at that job for 20, 30 years to work to pay your bills, so you might as well spend it a little bit of your time actually doing your goal that you want. Think about it, bro. Hey, man, like I said, the holidays are coming up. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. To all my NGU family, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Never miss an upload, because why would you miss an upload from the NGU? Oh, man. Until next time, man. It's your boy, The Real PSW. Comment what you think. I just froze. Comment what you got for Christmas, man. It's your boy, The Real PSW.